You're now live.
What's up, guys? Happy Sunday morning. We have a favor to ask of you guys. We want to know if you guys want to work on shoulders or hips. So let us know in the comments if you want to work on shoulders or hips. I personally want to do shoulders because I'm better at it, but that's why we should probably do hips. So let us know. There's a few things, so we're going to be doing a 30-minute kin stretch class. There's a few things he's going to be leading us through the class. There's a few things he's going to go through. I just want to remind you guys that the number one thing is to really focus on feeling it in the joint that Mitch is going to be telling you we're working on, and then taking it through the greatest range of motion. So we're really going to want you guys to, remove all distractions. You're really going to have to focus through this to feel it, because you're generating all attention. So you get what you put into it. So we're really going to ask you guys to be here and try to feel it in the joints. Obviously, we'll be coaching you through it the whole way. But yeah.
Yeah. So like Zoe said, mention in the comments whether you want to do upper body or lower body, hips or shoulders. While you're doing that, we'll give you about 2 minutes to comment. And I'll give you a bit of an explanation of what to expect, some things to keep in mind for our class, what we're trying to gain from our class, as well as types of sensations and things you should be expecting to feel. So, if you're doing kin stretch is basically a body movement practice. So even though it says stretch right in the name, it's not a stretching class, it's an active body control practice. Typically, when you go through a range of motion, you're stronger through the mid-range. Where people usually are weaker or lack that strength or are more prone to injury is at their outer ranges of motion where they don't have strength and don't have control. So for kin stretch, we're going to purposely spend the next 30-ish minutes taking your joints to their end ranges of motion where they are weaker and trying to build up strength and resilience in your joints at those particular ranges. We're going to be feeling some different types of sensations in today's class. Some of them good pains we're trying to chase, and some of them are going to be bad pains we're trying to avoid. So good pains we're going to be feeling, if we're going, for instance, if we are doing the shoulder today, and I'm going up overhead into shoulder flexion, we refer to two sides of the joint. The opening side, or the angle that's getting bigger or stretching, and then the closing side, the side that's getting smaller or compressing. If you're feeling any pain or discomfort or tension or tightness on the opening side, if I'm going up in this range and I feel it here, that's completely okay. We're going to work through that. If we're going through that same range and you're feeling pain, pinchiness, any sharp discomfort on the closing side or the angle you're moving into, that's closing angle joint pain. It's a sign of an unhealthy joint. We don't want to be working through that. So I know this is, for a lot of you, your first time taking this class, you may have a hard time distinguishing what's good and bad. As a healthcare practitioner, as a chiropractor, what I would recommend is always err on the side of caution, since this is a new class.
I'm going to cut you off just for the people joining. We want to know if you want to work on the hips or the shoulders. It's pretty 50-50 right now. We got Irina with the hips, Cheryl with the hips,
A lot of hips
Clifton
going.
with the shoulders.
Okay.
We got some shoulders. So shoulders or hips? We got
You're in charge
20 seconds to decide.
20 more seconds. So once again, just a reminder, open angle side, the angle that's getting bigger, I'm okay with. If you're getting any pain or pinching on this side, we don't want to work through that. Same thing with the hip. If we're moving up into this direction, into hip flexion, feeling a stretch here, that's good. If we're moving in this range and you're feeling pinching on this side, that's closing angle joint pain, and don't work through that. Through the session, I'm basically going to be demoing with Sylvie, kind of coaching her through the movements. So take the time to watch us how we coach and cue it before we move on to the actual exercise. Some of these exercises are going to do a bit of a series where we have to do multiple movements in a row, and I'll coach you through it and I'll let you know when we can actually move into it for our next repetition, our next set. What are you doing?
I really wanted to do shoulders, but we're doing hips today, guys.
All right.
Give the people what they want.
That's it. All right, let's get started then. You ready?
Yeah.
Have you laying on your right side for me. You're going to move forward more and back toward me. No, back toward me.
Oh.
And then sort over toward your head so you can have your legs in the camera. Good. So, Your bottom arm is going to be straight out overhead, act like a pillow. Your other hand is going to be on top. You're going to pretend there's super glue on your hand. You're going to keep it glued to the floor in front of you. We're going to do a warm-up for the hips. Hip cars, controlled articular rotations. We have two priorities, or two goals with this particular motion. Number one, we're trying to take our hip joint, which is a ball and socket joint, through its greatest range of motion independently. So our number one goal is to move the hip joint by itself and try to minimize or eliminate compensation throughout the rest of the body. Priority number two is try to get as much range of motion as you can without going against rule number one, or without trying to compensate through other areas of your body. So here we go. Hands flat, this hand's glued. We're going to start off by bringing your top knee toward your chest. So we're going to pull, squeezing your hip flexor. From here, you're going to lift your knee and your ankle back behind you as far as you can. Make sure your opposite knee stays glued to the floor. We're going to wrap that foot back and behind, down to the floor. We're going to do that same direction 4 more times. So going forward into hip flexion, hip abduction. We should feel it on the outside back part of the hip as we're going through this rotation part. And right back around. 3 more, Sylvie. All the way up. Open up. And every time you go around, try to capture just a little bit more range of motion. 2 more. Also, as we're doing this, think about what we're feeling. If there's any closing angle stuff, any opening angle stuff. If you're going through this range and you're feeling pinching on the front of the hip, just go to the point before that pinching comes on. Good, back to our start. We're going to go reverse direction now. So from here, you're just going to donkey kick straight back so you feel your glute and hamstring squeeze. Knee and ankle lifts up and over into the armpit, and right back around. Again. Great. Once again, we're focusing on independent motion out of that hip. Now, when Sylvia's doing this, it looks like her hips aren't mobile.
Because they're not.
But she's doing a great job of getting all that motion out of that hip. So we're not trying to show off and go as big as we can. We're just trying to teach your hip joint how to move by itself. If you think of your body like a chain, if you can make each link in the chain stronger, the whole chain is going to be stronger. 1 more time around. And let's rest. You're going to be laying flat on your back now. Alright. So, you're going to bend the knees. To make it easier, we're going to work on some spinal rotation stuff. So to make it easier or to regress it, we can keep the feet on the floor as you work through rotation. If you want to make it more challenging on yourself, you can go all the way to the hardest point where we keep the legs straight and then rotate. Or you can kind of go in between where we bend the knees more. So the more you bend your knees and the closer your feet are to the floor, the easier it's going to be. The straighter the legs, the more challenging. Which one do you want to do?
I will do the middle one.
Middle one. Perfect. So we're going to have your arms straight up to the side like a T. You want to make sure your arms stay glued to the floor and your shoulder blades stay glued to the floor. Now, we're going to rotate to the right first. As you rotate, you're going to slowly drop the knees to the right. And think about your spine being glued to the floor, and we're slowly peeling off the low back, peeling off the mid back, peeling off the upper back, as far as we can. And then from here, we're going to peel back onto the floor, segment by segment. So we're going to reach this back toward the floor here, 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 and then center real opposite way now. So peel the low back off, go rotate, rotate. Feel the lower body separating from the upper body, and then come right back up. That's 1 rep. We're going to do 4 more together here. Rotate, rotate. Feel that twisting come out of your spine. Imagine your spine being a long wet towel. We're trying to wring out that towel dry. Good. 3 more each way. So we keep the upper body down, lower body rotates like a spiral staircase, coming right back up. And the other way. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Good. Right back up. We're going to do 1 more time each way. Good. All the way to the left now. And we're back to center. Now we're going to work on the opposite hip. So you're just going to roll over more and go onto your opposite side. For Sylvia's sake, we'll have you just actually turn around so you can still keep your pretty facing the camera. We're doing the other side now. So the bottom arm is straight overhead like a pillow. This arm is glued out in front of you here. So once again, we're gonna go forward first. Here we go. Pulling the knee toward the chest as you squeeze up, open, and right around. Good. Have you slide back a bit. Again, knee to the chest. Up and around. Good. 3 more. Every time you go around, try to go bigger and bigger. Make sure this arm stays up in front of you so it's glued to the floor. Even our most advanced instructors forget some of these things. 2 more. As you rotate here, really feel it on the back side of that hip joint, that side back pocket. 1 more time around. Pull, squeeze, squeeze, wrap that leg around. Good. And then opposite direction. Good. 1. Again, upper body staying solid. I want you to think about like someone's gonna come by and punch you in the stomach at any point. That'll help you keep tension through the core, through the torso, and help you lock out the rest of the body to help you control the hip joint better on its own. 1 more time. And rest. Awesome. So now we're gonna actually get into the workout now. That was just the warm up. So we're gonna go into a 90-90 position. While you're getting up, you might want to grab some sort of object that we can use for our Kinstretch class. Just an object we can hover over. My favorite thing to use is a shoe. Very simple because everyone should have at least 1 shoe, maybe 2.
We're going to use the Under Armour hovers that you guys can win because Mitch is giving away this whole Under Armour outfit. So make sure you're following him on Instagram.
Yeah, I'll give you some more details on that after the class. So we're in a 90-90 position. So keep the shoes to the side. We're not using them quite yet. So we're in 90-90. We call it 90-90 because we have the front knee at 90 degrees. Shift forward a bit more. Your front knee is flexed at 90 degrees. There's a 90-degree angle between the hips and a 90-degree angle here. Okay? So we're going to go into a stretch and we're going to stretch out your left glute. So right now your left leg's in front. We have the chest or your shoulders parallel to your shin, and we're going to try to fold over at the hip so you can feel a stretch in the glute. Now, it's very common for people to just compensate and bend through the spine. We're trying to isolate it through the hip. So quite often, people will be here and go all the way to the floor and think they're stretching their glute, but really, the muscles only cross the hip joint. So we're trying to reach your belly button forward over your knee until you feel a stretch on the back side of that glute here.
And you don't have to go far because I literally feel it here.
Yeah, and Sylvia's doing a great job of dissociating because all you have to do is just tilt that pelvis a little bit. You should feel some tension on the back side of that hip. Once you find that stretch, I want you to keep that stretch there as I explain the next exercise. An important concept in Kinstretch is time under tension, so spending more time with those muscles lengthening. So when we're in this stretch, I want you to maintain this stretch until we're done the whole set of this. So we're in that stretch. The first thing we're going to do is called PAILS and rails. It's an acronym, but just to keep it simple, PAILS, think push, rails, think rise. So we're going to train this front leg here. Now, she's going to keep that stretch. So we're in that certain angle here where she feels the stretch in the back of the glute. Your PAILS contraction, once again, don't go yet, just keep the stretch. PAILS contraction, you're going to push your knee and your ankle down into the floor, but you're going to keep this exact same angle between your torso or your belly and the thigh. As you're pushing down for your PAILS or for your push, we're trying to activate and turn on the muscle that's being stretched, but don't actually let it move anywhere. So that's your PAILS contraction. We're going to do a slow ramp up in intensity so you can control your muscular effort, and then your rails contraction is going to be trying to pull your leg toward your chest. It's not actually going to move, because remember what I said, we're trying to train our joints at their very outer end ranges of motion so you can build up strength at those end ranges. So right now, Sylvia is at her end range, and if she tries to move, she can't go anywhere because she's at her limit. Okay, so keep that in mind. So we're going to start off with our PAILS contraction. Once again, keep in mind, time under tension, keep that stretch. So to start, you're going to take a breath in for me. You're going to pack that air down like I'm about to punch you in the stomach. Keep everything locked down. Now, about 10% of your max effort, press your knee and ankle into the floor. So if your floor was like a sponge, we're trying to put a dent in the floor. 10% effort. Now we're going to push down and go harder. 20, 30, 40. Keep ramping up that intensity, nice and smooth, just like you're going up a nice smooth hill. Keep ramping up. 70, 80, max safe effort, and hold. So where you felt that stretch before, you should feel that discomfort even more intense on the back side of that hip. Stay strong, holding your max safe effort. It doesn't look pretty because you're not moving anywhere, but you should be really solid and shaking. Stay strong. I'm going to count you down to 5. You're going to try to lift up or feel the tension and squeeze in the front. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch contraction, try to pull up and squeeze. You can see Sylvia's shaking a bit, fighting for it, but she's not actually moving because she's at her very outer end range. So it's important. Keep that squeeze in here. You're trying to close off the angle in the front of that hip. Stay strong. You should feel all that contraction through here. Try to make that dent more shallow in the floor. Keep holding. I'm going to count you down over 5 seconds, and over that 5-second count, you're going to slowly parachute from max effort to 0 effort. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you relax, try to get a little bit deeper into that stretch. Fantastic. So we do these pails and rails to open up more range of motion. We're taking our joints to our end ranges, really working our butts off at our end ranges to get more end range of motion before we do more training. So let's do one more repetition. Stay at that end range. Feels great, doesn't it?
Yeah, it should really be burning.
Breath in. Trap that air down. Irradiate. Let's drive that ankle and that knee down. 10%. 20. 30. 40. 50. 60. Keep driving that leg down. 70. 80. And hold. Max safe effort. Drive that leg down. Feel the stretch on the back side of that glute of that front leg. Stay strong for me. Harder. If you want to generate more force and more strength out of your glute, if you squeeze more of your muscles in your body, up to 600 muscles in your body, we're going to generate more force out of that hip. So stay strong. Stay strong. I'm going to count you down into your rails or your attempted rise. We should feel it in the front of the hip. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch contraction. Try to lift. Close this off. Let's go. Go. Let's go. Squeeze. That's it. Keep pushing into my hand. Push into my hand. Drive. Hold it strong for me. Don't let it fluctuate. So not only training the tissues, we're trying to train that nervous system to control this range. Stay strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly parachute out of that contraction. We're going to sink a little bit deeper into that stretch. Awesome. So now that we open up some ranges of motion with that tails and rails, we're going to train that hip to use that new range of motion. So this is when one of your shoes comes in handy. We're going to put one shoe just in front of your foot here. To make it more challenging, we can bring that shoe further in front. So if you imagine her shin bone making like an arcing motion, we're trying to work through this particular zone here, hinging at the knee. Now a lot of people may find this position a little too challenging if you're too upright. So to make it a little bit easier, you can move that hand away, similar to a kickstand. Okay? Sit up for me. Move forward for a second. So if I'm here and I'm training that front leg, to regress it, make it a little bit easier, this hand just go further away and lean away, make it more challenging, come up, make it even more challenging, get the hands off the ground. So now that we train that, we're going to have that shoe in front of us. We're going to work on lifting that leg up, sort of lift up, extend that knee out, and down, and then same thing, up, pull, back to our starting position. If you need to, we can keep the hand to the side and then do that same thing.
We're super compensators, so you're going to try to shift your weight to make it easier. Just make sure that everything else is super solid.
You got it. So let's have you back up. Awesome. So we're still in that 90-90 position, putting that shoe in front of the foot. So when we do this, you're going to, like I said, we'll do one more demonstration. She's going to lift that leg up, hold this height, extend that knee, slowly tap the floor, and then right back up again, and then we pull. We're gonna do 8 reps together. All right, here we go. So breath.
Much harder than it looks.
We're about to find out. Breath in, trap that air down, keep lots of tension in your body. From here, lift that leg up and kick over the shoe, kick, 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 and down, and then right back up, pull, 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 and down. Keep going through that same tempo. Now, if you're very mobile and you see that your foot's clearing that shoe by a long shot, sit a little more upright or lean a little bit more forward. We're trying to take our joints once again through their very outer end range of motion. So your foot should be just barely clearing that shoe. So it's up to you to really push yourself to your limit. I was about to ask you if you were counting, but I know I don't trust your counting. So we're gonna do 4 more here.
4 more.
Good, just 3 more now. Lift up tall, feel that squeeze and reach, reach. And every time you go, try to get a little bit further in that range. 2 more. Good. 1 more. And rest. Awesome. So now we're going to give this leg a bit of a break. We're going to work on the other side. So stay exactly in this position. You're going to bring your opposite hand behind you. We're going to keep that knee down. Bring this hand behind you. So now you're facing your rear leg or your right leg. So once again, we're staying at 90 degrees at the hip and knee.
Move forward and maybe out of frame.
Yeah, come on into the camera. Okay, so Sylvie was just facing her left leg. Now she's just rotating the chest, so she's facing the right leg. We're not transferring.
Oh.
So now we're going to work on this back leg and hip internal rotation. So just like this, we're going to keep the hands glued to the floor, make it a little bit easier. Bring the hands further back and lean back more, make it more challenging. Lean forward toward this leg. So Sylvie's going to try to keep her left knee glued to the floor. Watch first. She's going to swivel on her toe. If you want to make it more challenging, on the big toe, make it a little bit easier. Swivel on the heel. She's going to lift that knee up as high as she possibly can without that knee, opposite knee coming off the floor. I'm just going to come right back down. Okay? So we're trying to keep this chest square to this back knee, or for your right leg, as the left knee stays glued. We're going to do 8 reps here, trying to capture as much range of motion as we can. Here we go. Let's try to drive that knee up into my hand, try to swivel that foot underneath, and then right back down. 1. Up, reach, reach, feel the squeeze on the outside, and then right back down. 2.
Make sure you're keeping your left knee on the ground.
3. If you find your knee is creeping off the ground, you can just get that shoe and put the toe of it underneath your knee, and then think about pinning it to the floor so then I cannot pull it out. Good. We're going to do 3 more. Drive, drive. Let's go reach, reach, reach. 3. Good. 1 more. And let's rest. Now you're going to face your left leg again. Similar to what we did with your left leg, with those knee hinges going forward, we're going to do knee hinges for this trail leg. So now you're going to get that shoe, put it just in front of that right leg. Once again, if you want to regress it, bring that kickstand arm further away so you're leaning away, make it a little more challenging. Let's go more upright. So once again, we're going to show you this one. So we're going to move that up just a little bit for you. There we go. Chest square forward. So we're going to try to lift the whole leg off the floor. The whole leg's going to lift. And then you're going to extend and kick over the shoe, tap the floor, and then again lift right back up and then right back in. As you can see, Sylvie's thigh is not moving in space. Let's do it one more time. Her thigh is not moving. It's just hinging at the knee and then right back in. We can rest on the floor in between each time. 8 reps. Here we go. Let's lift, extend, 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 tap, and up, pull, 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 and down. That's 1. Try to keep upper body locked out. Here we go. Up, kick, 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 and down, and up. There we go. Up, and down. We should really feel it out here working. Here we go. Up, and kick, 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 down. Up, pull, 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 down. 3 seconds each way. Up, kick, 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 down, up, pull, 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 down. Keep that same tempo going. you're gonna have a tendency to want to speed up and throw your leg over that object. If that's the case, then regress just a little bit so you can control that whole range of motion. 3 more each way. Reach, 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 down, up, squeeze right through here, and pull. Awesome. Reach, 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 up, pull, pull, pull. Last one. Here we go. Reach, reach, reach. Awesome. And up, pull, 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 and rest. Now we're going to do that whole circuit on the other side. So to switch sides, a little fun way to do it. Just like we did with that rotation or that swivel through the hip, you're going to lift that right knee up as high as you can. Once you can't go any further, now the left knee can follow. Think about keeping the knees wide apart as we go all the way into our opposite 90-90 position. Let's slide back now. That's it. Good. So now we're on our opposite side. So once again, we're at 90-90, 90 degrees, 90 degrees. We're going to do our pails and rails for our front leg. So we're standing up tall. You're going to bow forward through the hips. So think about, you have a string tied to your belly button, and I'm pulling the belly button straight forward, where don't let the belly button dive down. Got that stretch?
Yeah, and remember you're feeling it in your glute. So you should be feeling it in your right glute right now.
So you should be feeling it all through this area in here, okay? Once again, we don't care about how far you go to those end ranges, we care about how much you feel. So we're challenging your end ranges. So remember, our pails contraction is going to be pressing down into the floor, a slow ramp up in the intensity hold, and then a rails contraction is going to be trying to rise or lift off the floor, but we're not actually moving because we're at our end range. Here we go. Let's take a breath in. Trap that air down in the abdomen. Create tension through your whole body so you're rock solid. Press the knee and the ankle down. Here we go. 10% effort. Slowly ramp up to 20, 30. See every number in between. 40, 50, 60. Putting a bigger dent in the floor. 80%. Max safe effort and hold. Hold, hold. That same area where you felt that stretch in the glute, you should feel that muscle engaging and feel even more intense discomfort in that area. Don't let it fluctuate. Keep it nice and steady. Hold. I'm going to count you down over 5 seconds. And at that last count, you're going to go hard into a rails contraction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rails. Pull, 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 pull. Trying to close off this angle here. Once again, I don't care how far you actually get in that range. I really care about how much you feel this exercise. You should feel everything in here really engaging. Try to take a little bit of pressure off the floor. Hold, hold, hold. If we're at our max safe effort, I'm going to count you down over 5 seconds to come from max effort to 0. 5, 4, 3, as you relax and sink deeper. 2, 1, and rest, staying in that position. Remember, time under tension, so we're keeping that stretch in the glute. One more round. Breath in. Trap that air down. Irradiate. 10% pushing down. 20%. 30%. If you're on a yoga mat, try to put a dent in that yoga mat. We're still climbing up to 50, 60, 70, 80, and hold. Max safe effort. Keep driving that leg down. As you can see, Sylvia's shaking. She's working her butt off right now. We're trying to maintain that max effort. Stay strong, keep holding, keep that tension in that glute. Remember, we're going into a hard rails when I count you down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rails. Pull, 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 pull. Squeeze everything in the front of the hip here. Squeeze harder, that's it. Keep driving that ankle up, take that dent out of the floor. Don't let it fluctuate. Trying to maintain that max effort. Keep this steady. You may feel some cramping in this area. If you do, that's completely okay. Just try to work through it. 5, 4, coming out of it. 3, 2, 1, and you can slowly relax. If you can get deeper in that stretch, we can get deeper. Awesome. We're getting that trusty shoe. We're going to do some hovers with hovers, because these are the UA hover. And we're going to do some...
We have some questions. It doesn't matter what size these are, and it's not his actual outfit. It's the same outfit in whatever size that you guys are.
I can give this away too. It still smells new here. Okay. So, we're going to come out of that angle just a bit, lean away just a little bit so you're still able to lift that foot over the shoe. Once again, you can challenge yourself by hovering over the front of the shoe. If you turn it around, you have a higher object to hover over. So you can challenge yourself. So here we're going to do 8 reps. Here we go. Breath in, irradiate, lift that foot up. Now kick, 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 slowly parachute down. Fantastic. And then up, pull, 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 and down. Pause for 1 second. Keep in mind your whole body is like a block of cement. We're trying to really isolate the lifting up and holding, and then hinging at the knee. Here we go. 7 more. Up, kick, 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 and down. Up, pull, 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 and down. Create more tension in your body. Up, kick, 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 and down. Pull, pull, pull. Keeping that same tempo. Once again, if you're clearing that shoe by more than 3 inches, challenge yourself by sitting more upright or leaning forward more to capture that range. That's it. We're trying to keep that thigh exactly where it is. Just a nice strict hinge at that knee. We have 3 more. Here we go. Sylvie's suffering because she's doing it right.
Really wanted to do shoulders today. No, but this is really good for anyone who's a runner or anyone that's got tight hips.
Exhibit A. 1 more. And let's rest. So now we're going to that trail leg now. So we're staying in that same position. Sylvia's just going to swing her hand behind her. You're trying your best to keep the chest, the middle of your chest or your sternum in line with that knee. Can you move forward just a little bit more towards this way? Breathe. Good. So we're going to do our swivels through the hip again. We're keeping that chest square. Your right knee stays glued. If you need to, you can put this underneath the knee. So here we go. You swivel, make it more advanced, swivel on the big toe. And swing the heel underneath, or we just swivel on the heel. So 8 reps. Here we go. Try to drive that knee up. Keep this pinned, reach, and then right back down again. Awesome. Again.
Mitch, why do we care? Why do we want to increase our range of motion?
If we try to increase, that's a great question. If we try to increase our range of motion, then we have more space or movement available to us. The more space and movement we have available to us, the more methods or the more ways we have to solve a movement task. So if you were to pick something up off the floor and someone who's very rigid and immobile, they could only bend down and pick it up one way. But someone with healthy joints who can move very well and use their body very freely, they can go down and pick up that object in multiple ways. Now why that's important is because if you're very immobile and you can't move very well, you're going to only move in particular ways and only overload the same tissues over and over again. And as you can see, it's a downward spiral. So the more movement options we have, I think we have one more, more movement options we have, the more variability we have in our body, the more methods or ways we have to explore, and the less likely that we're going to overuse the same tissues. And 8. Great. So we're going to go into our hovers now, or our hinges for the knee. So once again, we got our object in front of that foot. We can turn so your chest is facing your right leg. To regress it, lean away from your left leg, make it more challenging, lean toward it. So here we go. We're going to take a breath in, trap that air down, irradiate, lift that leg up, extend and kick, 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 and down to the floor. And again, right back up, pull, 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 and down. Again, up. Try to make sure that thigh does not deviate. And down. So when I say thigh, we don't want this area moving. And pull, pull, pull. Great. 6 more. Reach, 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 and down. And up, pull, pull, pull. And as you can see, Sylvia's starting to compensate more and more as she's getting fatigued, which is completely normal. If you're starting to fatigue and you can't do the exercise properly anymore, just regress it just enough so you're still challenging yourself, but you're still able to get that movement down. Good. 3 more. That's all right. 3. Out and then down. Up and then in. 1 more time. Good. Up, in, and let's rest. Awesome. We're going to finish off with some more compound movements, some squats. Let's have you standing up now. So we just did a lot of work for the hips. You felt some different sensations of the glutes, the front, the hip flexors. Think about what you felt for the last 30 minutes. And now we're going to use those same muscles to move through a squat. So we're just going to do 3 squats in 3 different positions, 3 different positions of the feet. So as you're squatting down, we're going to do 10 seconds down, 10 seconds up. It's going to be very easy for you to just let gravity pull you down into the squat. So I want you to think about like you're tied up to the ceiling with strings. As you go down into your squat, you're using those hip flexors. So that same feeling you felt when you're lifting your leg for the rails or those hovers, use those same muscles to pull yourself deep over 10 seconds, keeping tension through your body. And as you push out of the floor, we're trying to push up slow, controlled. Keep more tension in your body. Pretend your body's a giant lemon. We're going to squeeze all the juice out of your body. 10 seconds down, 10 seconds up, a little bit wider, and then the last one, wider. All right? Ready?
Yeah.
Why don't you just demo it first?
No, you can do it
Do
too.
it together?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're staying nice and tall. Let's keep the hands underneath the shoulders. Maybe a foot width in between. So you're going to take a breath in. Trap that air in your abdomen. Keep tension through your whole body. You're going to slowly pull yourself down from the ceiling. Here we go. 10, 9, 8. Using these muscles in here. 7. Feel it squeeze. 6, 5. As deep as you can. 4, 3, 2. Get to the basement. 1. And slowly out for 10. 9. Spread the floor apart with your feet. 8.
Make sure your knees aren't collapsing in.
5, 4, 3. Keep that tempo. 2, 1. Push those hips forward. Squeeze the glutes. Great. Move your 1 foot out about 3 inches. Again, you have 2 more reps. Here we go. 10, 9. Squeeze. 8, 7, 6, 5. Squeeze harder. 4, 3. Pull yourself deep. 2, 1, and out. 10, 9. Spread the floor apart. 8. Use your ass. Let's go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. A little bit wider now. Challenge yourself with that range. Slide over to the left a little bit. And here we go. 10, 9, 8. Squeeze. 7. Squeeze harder. 6. Squeeze into the front of the hips to get yourself as deep as we can. 3, 2, 1. Hit that end range. And then now drive. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest. That was the one exercise I did this whole class and I'm exhausted. Awesome.
Awesome. Well, yeah. So yeah, if you want to see some more Kinstretch stuff, we're going to be working on releasing some regular classes for you guys. So we'll be doing some shoulder stuff. If you guys have any questions at all about Kinstretch or training, just DM us on Instagram or go to the website in our bio and sign up to get some emails for the classes.
Yeah, so yeah, follow us on Instagram, DM us any questions about the Kinstretch or just about how awesome our lives are. You can do that too. Yeah, you can check out on our Instagram profiles. We have the website where you can get some more information about Kinstretch, and we'll be releasing something very soon, so please stay tuned. Like Sylvie mentioned earlier, kind of joking around, you can win this outfit for free. So if you like what I'm wearing, you like these shoes, this package is about around $300, and we're going to do a little contest coming up this week, so you can take these home and make these your own. Not these ones, but you get a fresh pair yourself. So I'll be posting something on my Instagram. Stay tuned to my Instagram and Sylvie's Instagram this week for your chance to win these. Thanks for coming out to Kinstretch today. Hope you guys learned something new. Just to give you the heads up, you may experience some deep achiness and soreness around your hip joints. Not your typical muscle soreness. We worked on joints, so it may feel like an achy joint stuff. Kind of like you have the flu, but hopefully no flu symptoms. You might feel it for the next few days, so it's a nice little souvenir for you guys.
Yeah, and this workout's going to be on the City Shred Insta Live for 24 hours. So feel free to reference it and let us know what you guys want to see next time.
Sounds good. Thanks everyone. Take
Thanks,
care. Have a
guys.
good weekend.